spend time in there today. He's got to get. He's. You know, we took a gamble not playing him last week, but it was a travelling day, so we. You know, I don't want to harp on the rules, but they weren't really kind to have you when you're still alive in this competition. You've got to be so careful about how you bring players through off an injury list into a rehab list, into a playing list with 80 interchanges. You can't use them all up on one player, or can't use a lot of them on a you know, technically it would have been 3, 4, 5 times a quarter he should have been coming on and off. Well, that's a quarter. You know, it's a quarter of the ones we've given, so it's very hard to bring players in. So he was the bonus of that, he got through.
You said about last week's game, you sort of thought players maybe looked a bit self-satisfied, or you know, some sort of mental drop-off. When did you feel that was maybe an issue tonight as well? Or?
No, I know it was a self-satisfaction last week. I just thought we got caught out in probably thinking that the game structure was it. We know it, we can play it. And we got found out. Today, it didn't matter about the structures. That wasn't the main concern. It was more the competitiveness. We really got smashed at the stoppages, and we got smashed on our crumbing, and we got smashed in the run.
Does that all point to sort of, I mean, a lack of mental effort, do you think? Or?
Well, I'm loath to use that word. I think we just need to reassess what took place in the last 2 weeks and work on it for the next 2 or 3 months and see whether we can iron a few of those things out. I mean, 2 or 3 months takes you into the season, and that's not such a bad thing at this stage. Yeah, we've completed a pretty good fitness program. Got a fair few players up. We'll have a close look at what we've got in regard to the Richmond game and see if we can mould the best 22 that's appropriate to go against Richmond. But if it means eating into Richmond, Collingwood, West Coast, Geelong and whoever else is next, then that's so be it. And that's going to be the case, is that we've just got to keep honing in on those skills under this sort of pressure. And we're going to get plenty of fierce pressure in the first, well, right through the year. But
so is that process taking longer than you expected or hoped?
I'm a realist. You just don't, things don't change like that in football clubs. You've just got to make sure you stay sound to it, and each week you just keep chipping away and getting better at it.
Overall, are you encouraged by the pre-season, or do you look at the last 2 performances?
No, I think we've made some strides. Tonight was terrible. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But we've made some significant strides in some areas, and we need to then. A clean slate means a clean slate, and this is the direct thing to players. I now judge that slate. There's very few that now won't have a mark of some description on it. Good mark, cross, a tick, or whatever, or a question mark. So they're starting to now get some information on those slates, and they're giving me information. So what happens about that now is that we can take that away and say, okay, well, you know, you've had an opportunity. Have you taken the opportunity?
In your mind, how many pieces are clear on the team for your best team for week?
Oh, I haven't really thought beyond. You know, you do pick a side for Richmond, of course you do, but you don't pick a side tonight and then think that's going to be the Richmond side. You pick a side tonight. We played a couple of players to see how they went. Young bootsman, and I thought he was okay. We played Rowie as a sort of backup. In the end, really, it was we knew we were top heavy, but Rowe is the sort of player that I want to get as much confidence in as I can, because the kid's come off a long run, and it was good for him to play in a grand final. And he didn't do a lot, but he didn't do a lot. He didn't do any less than some of the blokes. So it was good for getting him a game. He's been out for football for over 12 months. And there's others that needed a run. Chris clearly needed a run, and there's a couple of others that just really need to be topped up, and this is a perfect game for them.
So without Jared Waite on the side, is that key forwards an area you think you're a little bit still lacking in?
Well, I don't think Brisbane are going to give too many key forwards a chance of goals all year. but it's the competitiveness. You just got to be able to compete. And that's all I said to the boys. Just as long as you can compete up there, it's not a matter of how many times you catch it, especially against Merritt and Pat Full. Probably should have been an All-Australian last year, and you've got he's a third back down there, Maguire, good player, very good player.
Thanks so much.
Right.